Hi, welcome to my coding journey. My name is Akash Devgan, and in this video, I'll walk you through how I got started in the world of programming and how it has changed my life for good. So without further ado, let's get started. So this is how the story goes. I wasn't aware about programming or what it is used for till grade 10. But in grade 10, I saw a movie called The Social Network, and that was the eureka moment for me. That movie really inspired me to learn programming, and that was the start of my programming journey. It might sound a bit cliche, but literally that's how I got started in the world of programming. After watching that movie, I started reading lots of articles on programming and watching lots of videos on YouTube on programming. I wanted to learn more about programming and what it can be used for and what can be built using programming. But I wasn't sure about which path do I want to follow in programming. There are a bunch of paths that you can follow. You can go into web development, you can go into mobile development. Nowadays, you can also go into machine learning, AI, and bunch of other things. And after doing a bit of research, I decided that I want to get into web development. And from that point on, I started to learn how to program. And my first programming language that I picked to learn was PHP. I started learning PHP from this YouTube channel called The New Boston. There's a PHP course on that channel that has about 200 videos on it. I will post a link to that YouTube channel and that PHP course in the description below. After spending about 2 weeks or so learning PHP, I realized that PHP is probably not the best way to start learning programming because PHP has a steep learning curve for anyone who is just getting started in programming. Then I decided instead of starting with the backend languages, I will start with the front end first. So I focused on HTML, CSS and JavaScript. I signed up for a front end development course on Team Treehouse, which is about 56 hours long, but I took 3 months to finish that course because every time I watched a video on certain topic, I will then go ahead and do a lot more research on that particular topic and really dig deeper into how programming or like how some few fundamentals in JavaScript work behind the scenes. After spending about 3 months learning front-end development, I was really well versed in HTML, CSS and JavaScript, but I only had like theoretical knowledge. That course does include a bunch of projects that you can build, and I did build those projects, but I still wanted to build other apps to get that practical experience that I wanted. As I progressed further, I realized programming is not just about creating mobile app or creating web apps or landing pages. Anyone can do that nowadays. There are tools that allow you to do all that, build landing pages, mobile apps and more. But programming is about solving problems, taking a big problem, breaking that problem into smaller chunks and then solving those chunks one at a time using code. After gaining solid understanding of front-end technologies, the next thing that I did was I started building lots of personal projects. I built things like calculator, to-do list, landing pages, you name it. I built it all. Building personal projects helped me grow as a developer and build my confidence as a developer. And I highly suggest that anyone who is just getting started in programming, build personal projects. They will help you gain confidence as a developer. The next thing that I wanted to do was land a job as a front-end developer. So I created my portfolio under akashdevgan.com and I added all my personal projects to that portfolio. And I started applying for jobs. After applying for about 200 jobs, I landed a job with this company called Idea Rebel. But even after I started working as a front-end web developer, I didn't stop learning. I started learning PHP again and MySQL. This gave me the ability to create dynamic sites that can interact with the database and save data. Now, with my front-end and back-end technologies combined, I became a full-stack developer. This means I am able to create websites and web applications from start to finish. Over the years, I have worked on various projects from simple landing pages to more complex software applications. I am now a full stack developer, and I can say coding has not only been a great career, but it has also been a great hobby. I enjoy the challenge of learning new technologies because as a programmer, as a web developer, you have to keep learning new technologies. So I really enjoy the challenge of learning new technologies and building applications that can be used by millions of people. If you are considering getting into coding, especially web development, I highly recommend it. It's a very valuable skill that will open a lot more opportunities for you. There are so many free resources on the web that you can use to learn web development nowadays. And if I have to give you one last tip to anyone who is just getting started in web development, is don't get overwhelmed by the number of technologies and tools that you have to learn nowadays to just get started in web development. Just focus on the basics. Just focus on HTML, CSS and JavaScript and get really good at those three first. Start building a lot of personal projects before moving to the next tool, and keep building personal projects. As I mentioned, personal projects will help you grow as a developer and build your confidence as a developer. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below and I will be happy to answer them. Thanks a lot for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.